Hello, average to below average duelists. I am your host, Petty the Bourgeoisie. We got Polly Whirl with the King's Rock. It's kind of weird to think that this guy evolves into Polly Toad. Like, it's because they went so vanilla with Polly Wrath. It's kind of weird that it changes so much. Poira. Plosive Poira. Good luck, have fun. 7 for 6 ELO, a duelist with a fair amount of rank. Alright, I've been playing another deck today, not on this account, and so I need to lock back in. I need to focus my brain on feathering. On feather? To focus on the feather. We got an upstart goblin. We got a thunder dragon. I would love to have like a sort of statistical analysis on the rank of a duelist against what deck they play. At what ELO do we hit the point where they mostly just play meta? I feel like it's around 750 is when you start to see like it's more meta than not meta. Trap does shoot me. Oh baby, get absolutely put into the dumpster. Get absolutely put into the dumpster. I have nothing for you here, my good sir. I have nothing for you here. Now, I could reasoning, and then if they call literally whatever, I can just pre-met it back if I want to. And then we could also feather. Kind of whatever. And so I think I do maybe want to go reasoning. I could just go slower and activate different dimension capsule. I think we're going to activate reasoning. I think if they didn't know about it, then I wouldn't have used it. I would have just capsuled and passed if he hadn't dust shot me, but he did, and so we gotta put the screws to him. He wrote Chow. 4. Interesting. An interesting number to choose. Cyber Stein. Okay, we're gonna put him in defense mode. I think. Put him in defense mode. Declare his effects. Yes. We will be using priority. Okay, so what do we want? I mean, the strategy tells me to get this, but we're not like doing that so much. I think I'm gonna get Ryu Senshi. Get Ryu Senshi. And now I'm gonna Monster Gate. Not a whole lot he can do, so I'm gonna mill. I'll declare. Okay, mill time. Well, now we know we have a free board. I don't really care what we get here. Hemok would be great. Sasuke. Alright. Alright, I kind of lied. I would have preferred something else. We can feather for Pot of Greed. Which I do kind of like that idea. And so let's go ahead and just attack first. Two. Okay. I am gonna feather for Pot of Greed. I think. Yeah. He knows the rest of our hand, and so we're just gonna pass. He could definitely kill us. I played this way because it's funny. I didn't play it necessarily for any other reason than that. Though I think that if we had gotten Demok off of the Monster Gate, there was a pretty fair chance we could have just won. Because we could have gotten a spell back that would have been of an extender. Yeah, boing. Negate the effects of any spell card that targets this card and destroy it. Yep, it sure does target, because it is an equip spell. Okay, anti-turbo, we'll bring in some floodgates. I'll take out one Trinade, because we don't really, maybe we do fear their back row. One Trinade, one Feather, seems fine to me. Soul exchanges could be okay. We'll do one soul exchange for one capsule. Yeah, I don't know if he should have admitted defeat there. I think that he needed to have had a very, very, very bad hand to admit defeat. I also would have let him take it back. I would have let him take it back. And then he could have just taken our Sasuke. He could have taken our guy. He definitely was the worst hit. Because it was these 4 monsters, and so he was the worst one. Though I guess if he had... No, maybe he was the best, actually. Because if he had tried to snatch steal and I had any other monster, he would have taken one of these guys instead. And they can all beat over Ryu Senshi. And so maybe actually it was really good. Because it kind of got us the win. It kind of won. This hand's okay. We kind of don't want Demock in hand. But we have cards that help discard. So Feather plus Demock is very, very good, in my opinion. But we have Reasoning, Scapegoat meta. He has Thunder Dragon Pot. That's also good. Do you guys ever feel like you build rogue decks like this deck, and you work really hard to get advantage? You work really, really hard. And then Chaos Turbo, all they have to do is draw Thunder Dragon. And they get the clean +1. You guys ever feel that way? Charity's pretty good. Charity's not bad. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. Well, I don't think we want Demock. We'll keep this Feather. Cybersign's actually not that good because unless we're gonna commit to it like now, it's just not that good. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe we don't need Feather. I'll drop the Feather, even though we could have gotten back Charity. Yeah, it could have been. I guess I could have pitched Cyberstein off of the Feather. That would have been interesting. Okay, we're gonna hard activate Scapegoat, I think. Or maybe not. We'll set and pass. Because I feel like he should try to snipe us, but he actually doesn't know what we're playing. He is gonna try to snipe us. Snipe this one. He's flipping a coin, baby. Hey. Never punished. Never punished. Alright, so he's got... Boing. We will take one hit, I think, and then... Oh. Okay. You gonna summon a mon? You gonna summon an additional mon? You did. Okay, that's fine. We'll take one hit. We'll offer him the choice. It is polite to offer the opponent the choice of whether to attack. We do this so that Cyberstein's still like technically live. And I do think it's just in most situations better to have 3 goats instead of 4. Level limit area B is not bad. I think we're going to try to suck and then attack. Makes sense to me. Do we activate our floodgate or no? I think we do. I think we do activate our floodgate. Okay, this gives us a little bit of time to think about our actions. He's got a chaos monster. It is but a mere sorcerer. And a Setmon. Alright, we're gonna want combo here. Combo. Oh. Oh. We can do 7,400 damage. And then we can reasoning into something else that can maybe do even more damage. Let's try. Let's see what we get off of reasoning. It's so funny that we can almost kill him. And if we had had last turn, we could have done some shenanigans, I think. Calling 4. That is a potential number. We want Demok. We got Hades. We got Hades. Okay. Now, Hades can negate Sangan, which is an interesting prospect. However, we can Megamorph. I think we're gonna Stein. I don't think that there's a way for me to kill him here, because this is only 84, and so it would do 74, which is very, very good, to be honest. But we can do this, and if we get a ton of heads, then we'll be in good shape. So let's see. 1 head. 1 head. 2 headses. Okay. Megamorph goes to 52, 42, 62. This is not lethal. 42, 62, 66, 50. Yeah, it's not lethal. We need 3 heads. Okay, so we won't do it. Viewing your graveyard. Nope. No, no, no. Negate the effects. No search for you, sir. Now we know he has Karibo. It's a shame that we couldn't have gotten lethal there. I think that was still probably the correct line. Now, do I activate Lab or not? That's a question. I think no. I think we will set it, though. I think we're going to set it. I don't think that he's going to be able to produce enough damage. He could kill us with BLS. He's viewing the graveyard. Went to main 1. He snatch steals. Okay, I probably should have activated it. I think it was too greedy. I was greedy. We'll see how many heads he gets. Tails is. Tails is. Heads is. Odd is. Okay, we're probably not dead. Yes we are. This is just 19, right? Yeah, we just lose. I lose to Snatch Steal. Lamau, see, this is kind of what I feel like, you know? You set up such really, really good boards, and then you just lose to a single Snatch Steal. But I guess I could have activated this, but then I wouldn't have had any recourse. I guess this would go to defense, and if they can't get over it, I could have spun the dice. Now this Mirror Force goes like so crazy hard. There's no Mirror Force in my grave. He's gonna attack though. Yeah, we lose. Unless, am I just doing this wrong? No, it's 3. Yeah, it's 19. I lose. That's dumb. I don't like that at all, but whatever. All right. Maybe we punish him by bringing in Mirror Force, but I think this time we actually just want to go. We want to attempt to win using last turn, and so I think we're going to bring in these soul exchanges and say go. I don't think that we need these L labs. Did he even see the L lab? I should have activated it, I guess. We would have been in a bad spot no matter what, though, because he still had that Snatch Steal. Maybe I bring in MST. Maybe I bring an MST over one Giant Grenade. That makes sense. Maybe I do want these floodgates. Maybe I do. Maybe one. We'll do one. One is fine. Was there a way for me to win? If I had gotten 3 heads, I would have won, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't play around Snatch Steal. I didn't play around that card, but I feel pretty confident in this matchup. I feel fairly confident in this matchup. Okay, so we have Fusilier plus Wall, which is not bad. I think we might just get rid of both of the monsters. I think definitely Fusilier and probably Sasuke. We're definitely going to set Scapegoat. Do I set Ring as well is the question. I think no. I think just that. It's a pretty good turn. We have the Scapegoat for our monster gates. And we can Prima back our Fusilier or our Sasuke at our leisure. We have the Snatch Steals. We can take their guy. We could even take their guy that monster gated, which is pretty nice. I just don't want him to set him on. Setting him on would be not nice. He set 2 cards. He set him on. That's not nice. Delinquent Duo. Gross. Gross. Not our monster gate. Oh, that's our best card in our hand. I think we just don't need wall. I think we just don't need wall. Another Scapegoat. Does shoot me. We're going to set our ring and pass. Gonna hit our ring. That's fine. I don't care about that. This being spy would be like a little bit unfortunate, but not even that bad, to be honest. We have 1,000 Scapegoats. Deco is less good. I think we're just gonna take the hit though. We could activate Scapegoat. Well, now we're definitely activating Scapegoat. I don't think so. Oh, he's thinking. He's thinking. Oh, baby, you're gonna solve him. Okay. That unfortunately turns our pre-mat off, but that's okay. We have this Snatch Steal, which is pretty delicious. Please don't set anything. set 1 card. He set 2 cards? Don't get greedy, man. I'm not playing Heavy Storm, but you don't know that. Okay. Last turn. Dust shoot me. Set and pass. Kaiku's gonna put some pressure on him. I don't know why he brought in Kaiku. Our deck's not necessarily one that's like super vulnerable to the coup. You in his graveyard, so I guess he drew Chaos probably. But that's pretty giga offline, my brother. Metamorphosis. That would have been really nice if Kaiku hadn't ruined our day. But he did ruin our day. Take 200 for Spy. Nope. What be getting? Delinquent Duo. Okay. Well, I don't want him to hit last turn. This could be baiting. I'm going to leave this in hand because I want to keep this slot open, and I want him to potentially use Delinquent Duo thinking I'm holding onto a Mon. Viewing Graveyard still. You got that light and a dark. Okay. Giantess Tornade Test. Now, I could Giantess Tornade Test and suck his Kaiku. I can't do that actually. Alright, we're just gonna battle. That's pretty good. See ya, Chaos Fuel. Main phase 2. I do think I'm gonna set this grenade. Heavy Storm would obviously be very, very bad here, but I don't hate the board state. I'm gonna scapegoat. I'm gonna scapegoat here, I think. That's fine. Okay. Lab, okay. I think we'll just play that. And pass. I don't like having all these cards on the field, but I can't ever keep 2 in hand unless I want him to hit it with Sandcat, Lamau. Unless I want him to hit it with Duo. Which he could do now, because he's like, oh, I got a good Mon. Upstart Goblin. Ugh. I'm tired of giving this guy 1,000 life points. I'm tired of it. Scapegoat's not bad. Do I want to hard activate it is the question. I think no. I think if either of these were like MST, he would have already used them. Do I want to take this? I think no. I probably should have, because then I could have brought myself down to last will range. Not last will, last turn, by attacking into Sangan. Okay, I can soul exchange and then get like Dragoness off of meta, but like that's actually awful. It's actually just like awful. I want Amon in my grave, man. I think we have to Trunade. Or I could just pass. Could set soul exchange and pass. I don't mind if he kills another one of our goats. I just want like another draw. He's like, where's my heavy storm? Heavy storm off the top, where are you? Then he deleted it. He's like, maybe my opponent doesn't know I'm playing heavy storm. Heavy would be pretty bad. But I want to play around this duo. Even if he has it, he might be like, oh, my cards are so good. I can't let him do. Okay, draw. Feather. Feather of the Phoenix. Could get back Monster Gate. That's not like awful. Yeah, this is the turn we grenade. See if he has a response. He does not. Okay, I really want that Facilier. If I had the Facilier, I probably just would win. But I don't, and so I can't complain. I think we're just gonna activate Meta, probably. Hidden for 1,000. Alright, activate Feather. I'm gonna get rid of the Soul Exchange, I think. And we're gonna stack Graceful Charity. Monster Gate. We'll stop Graceful. We'll activate this, set this, and say go. He still has Duo in hand, and so we can still let him just hit this, but he's not going to. I don't think. He'll set a billion back row, but we don't care about that. Hopefully this will just lock him down, because he still doesn't have a light engrave. I think he still has a Thunder Dragon. Yeah, he has the Thunder Dragon in hand, and so he can put one whenever he wants. That 1,000 life points are actually kind of a nuisance to me, because that turns off our Megamorph. It also makes getting last turn harder. That Kaiku hit early on, I think, stymied us, because we could have definitely found a win that last turn if we had access to it. Because I could have smashed my goats into Sangan after truenating, and then I could have pre-meted Facilier back, and then used last turn. We have to be aware that we have his Sangan, and so he's going to get a search. He's going to get a search, I suppose, this turn. Surprising that he set this card first, because if I just Torrential, he just like basically loses. But we have Graceful Charity coming up next. If I were him, I would throw out Duo, because even if this is a worthless card in hand, you kind of don't want me to even have a worthless card to pitch to Charity. And 3,300 against 4,300 is like no difference at all. So there's really no reason for him to not to use this right now. He has more resources than we do, and so widening that gap even more makes sense. That being said, if he has Solemn here, that changes everything, naturally. Yeah, okay. Wow, he jammed that Solemn, didn't he? Didn't he? Okay, well, he just has the nuts, I suppose. So we're going to have to hope that our Floodgate is enough to make us not lose the game. I think this was definitely winnable. I kind of just like maybe didn't play it the way I ought to have. Gonna hit our Floodgate. And that's just GG, because if this has one attack point, he can get over it. Though he should not play into Mirror Force. He's going to, 100%. Like, he's going to summon Sinister Serpent right now. And play into TT. That he had to do. Because if I could die TT here... I mean, I don't know. I think we still have an out. Attacking with that was not the play. I don't know why he would have done that. I mean, for one, he should have just banished it to play around Mirror Force. But I could just like Giga owned him there. Meta. Okay. I think we're just going to concede. I don't really want to play around this anymore, but I'll set this and I'll pass. And he should put something to defense. Okay, we're going to mid-defeat. GG. GG's. GG's. I don't know. That one didn't feel good to me. That one didn't feel good. We never got even close to going last turn. But I think it's just that we just never drew what we needed, to be honest. We just didn't draw it. So let's hop on another one. Let's seek greener pastures. Let's drink some Deer Park water. Very little water bottle. Dr. Ion. Look how fun. Dr. Ion. 631 ELO is a pretty good duelist. Alright, this hand's awful. This hand's awful. However, we drew the good card. Wow, we drew very good cards. Alright, we're gonna get rid of you, and we're gonna get rid of you. Alright, our hand is now far better than it was before. I'm gonna capsule. We are gonna capsule for last turn. And I think I am going to set Scapegoat pass. I could have set Ring pass. Maybe I don't set Scapegoat there. I wanted something chainable off of Heavy Storm. In case he's afraid of the capsule. Because there are only two types of duelists in this world. There are duelists who are afraid of the capsule, and there are duelists who do not care. And I feel like warrior players that are going to get Don Saluk are in the class of people who do not care. I believe that in my heart. There are no cards for you here, sir. Standby phase. Get a guy. Main phase. Okay, I could Monster Gate. And I could get something very nice. So I think I'm gonna. Feather. Snatch Steel. Metamorphosis. Upstart. Goaders. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's literally the worst. And I can't even... I'm gonna put him in defense mode. I can't even attack because if he inflicts battle damage, I lose a card. Okay, so we're gonna set Ring of Destruction. We're gonna set Ring of Destruction, and we are going to pass. That's very funny. Now, the question is, do I let the Don Saluk try to kill my Sasuke or no? That is the question. He's thinking about this Dust Tornado. He's like, do I hit the capsule? Because this is my only Dust Tornado. And he's like, you know what? Maybe. Maybe I do. What if he summons Mobius? Oh? Oh, coward. That's fine. We don't care about that. Monster Gate, huh? Declare. You fool. You have allowed us to get whatever card we want. Now, the question is, I think I just Monster Gate, right? Demock. Boing. Okay, what do we want? Grenade? Grenade. Okay, so we're gonna tribute him. Summon. And then I think we're gonna pre-mat him. Because there's kind of like literally no reason not to. Battle phase. Negate. Get negated. Attack. Get banished. No viewing deck. Declare. You do not get him on. He negates. Everyone disrespects the Dark Ruler. Everyone disrespects the Dark Ruler. Hades negates flip effects 2. The triple shuffle. Attack. Attack. Okay, now I think we just set literally everything. And say go. This is a very fearsome board. This is the sort of thing I want to do with last turn. Because like, look how strong this board is. It's incredibly strong. He has to out so many cards. I think we're just going to go for last turn here. And we're going to pick Hades. If he has something bigger than Hades in his deck, I'll be really mad. But there's like literally no way. I bet he didn't see this coming though. He's like, what? What? This is like a jank reasoning gate deck. Where did you get these cards? And then I'm like, well, you should have seen what I pitched. Kaiku, huh? Royal Decree in the main deck. Oh, that's actually, he gets banished. Sinister Serpent, eh? Okay. That's fine. He dies. And then you lose. So you discard from hand, then pick a Mont battle. Hades. Winner wins the duel. But Hades will negate everything. Hades, and there's nothing in his side that he's going to be able to bring in. Even the Monarchs do not get over Hades because of his 50 attack points. Now, the question is, do I side out of last turn and try to just kill him the honest way? Because he has Decree in his main deck. He has Decree in his main deck, which we do not like that. And so I think that Wall is still fine. It's really last turn, which is like iffy. Okay. I think these are going to be too slow. And so we're going to take out the capsules. We are going to remove the capsules from the situation. And I think we're going to say go. I think Heavy Storm might actually be fine against Warrior, because they were just going to solemn it anyway. Hades! Another victory for Hades. You know what I'm saying? One more win for Hades. Melanie, why did you betray me? Why did you betray? You didn't have to, but you did. Scapegoat. Oh, that's not a good card against this deck. Meta. That's... I don't know about that. What are you going to get? Exile Force? I'm not going to summon a monster. What are you, crazy? Pro set Exiled Force? What are you, crazy? Please don't shoot me. You didn't do. Alright, time for my Melody. If I were him, I would consider Solemning this. But he only gets 3 more seconds before I click the button. Okay, so we got some cards. I don't need a wall, and I don't think we'd need an additional Trinade. I will activate Outlab and say go. Do I just say go? I think so. I think we do. Activate Outlab, say go. We have this other floodgate, but we want to make sure. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not bad. That is not bad. Dimension Fusion. Dimension Fusion. Dimension Fusion. He threw out his own Dawn. He threw out his own Tribe, in fact. Tribe was probably a good card to keep. He's sacking for Mobius. For Spell Canceller? That's crazy. Alright, so he's got the full combo, huh? Because I bet you this is Decree. Alright, so we're in a bit of a pickle. We don't have a whole lot of answers to that. Oh no, we lose. That's fine. We can always draw Sasuke, number 4. That's pretty funny though. We have to watch out for this. People who put Spell Canceller in their side deck are silly people. Are very silly guys. Royal Decree and Spell Canceller, both of them, the ultimate. I wonder, does this get flipped to defense first? Probably not, right? Probably negates like immediately. What is this that you didn't flip it up last turn? That's actually very funny. Okay. Okay, we might still win. We might still win. There might be there might be a way we can do this. We can attack in, and then we can like Trunade. Okay, we're just gonna defeat. Okay, huh. Spell Cancer is really, really hard. We kind of just lose against that card. And so is there any way we can like make sure that doesn't happen to us? I think no. I think we kind of just at the mercy of that. And so we're gonna... we'll bring in Soul Exchanges. Because he's playing like flip warrior chaos nonsense. Okay. This hand's not bad. Set. Pass. Boing. That is literally the only card I didn't want him to hit. He could have hit any of these other cards. Very funny. Boing, boing, boing. Draw. Reasoning. Okay. Normally, I would not play that Reasoning, but I'm deathly afraid of Spell Canceller, and therefore we must play it. Unfortunately, he gets to see that we ditched the 8. But does he remember the other cards we played? He remembers Hades. He should remember Sasuke. He's afraid of Hades, and he got it because he is just that good at the game. We will use a lab and pass. Bluetooth mode. That was unfortunate. We had a 3/4 chance to not get owned there, but we did, in fact, get owned. We did, in fact, get owned there, even though we had a 3/4 chance. No spell canceller is good news. Monster Gate. Okay. Now it's unfortunate that we have our friend L-Lab up. But we can see where we're going to get here. We got Cyberstein. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. We're definitely going to summon in defense mode. There's no reason not to. And now let us see. Is there anything that isn't affected by spell cards? I could get Tear. That seems okay. I could get Gatling Dragon. Could get Last Warrior? Ooh, I could get Last Warrior. Okay, I gotta think about that. I can get Last Warrior. Okay, so I can set sets. Yes, I can do this. Okay. Set. I can't do it. Set. I can't do it because I summoned Cyberstein in defense mode. I can if this is Spy. Okay, so we're gonna switch to attack mode. In attack mode, and go into battle phase. Attack. Spy. Not Spy. Frick. Okay. Delinquent Duo. So I'll go down to 61, which is 100 life points off. That is incredibly unfortunate. I blew it because I didn't summon this in attack mode. Sorry, big think. He says okay. That's kind of nice. I think that we unfortunately just pass. I think we get owned because I made the mistake. That would have been really, really good. If this was in attack mode, we could have tacked into this. We would have taken 23, which would have been sufficient. Then we would have last warriored, and then in the standby phase, we would have last turned. This is spell canceller. It's Mobius. And he got our last turn. Okay, that's fine. He picked the wrong ones. Oh, he got our last turn. Meta. Okay. He's gonna take Tear to suck up our guy. Oh my god, we blew it because we didn't summon him in attack mode. I'm so mad. That would have been so good. I could have even been like, hey homie, let me summon it in attack mode, but I knew I made a mistake, and so this is so cheeks, man. This is so cheeks. MST is pretty funny. I can make his Tear crash. Which is something I guess I want to do. Actually, no, it's not. Oh. Spell canceller? No, I had this game. I threw it. Oh, man. You guys ever throw a video game before? GG, I threw. GG, I threw. Oh my gosh. And we always lose 10 ELO when we lose now. I threw. I should have just summoned in attack mode. It would have been fine. All right, I'm gonna look at the replay. I'll look at the replay. I bet you it would have been fine. Because he's not playing Sinister Serpent probably. And if he is, it's just Last Warrior wouldn't care about that. I threw. At least I wasn't gonna win the match from that, right? Because he was just up a game. Or no, I was up, right? It's the next game. I would have won the match. No. I would have won the match. I would have won the match. I'm so frustrated. And he hit the 3 out of 4. Why? Why did I put it in defense mode? It was because spell canceller, man. I need some stuff, like anti-spell canceller stuff. We're gonna go in the side deck and change some stuff. Yeah, okay, so he had literally nothing. We would have been fine. He had literally nothing. Alright, we're gonna put some anti-spell canceller nonsense. We're gonna put in bottomless trap hole. We're gonna cut walk. I was told that walk is not a good card, and we're gonna put in Piku's Circle of Enchantment instead. We're gonna bring in 2 bottomless. Grave Robber, it might be time for you. It might be time for you to go. It just never works out. We're gonna put in 2 bottomless. I'm gonna save the deck. And that is the deck now. That is the deck now. Ugh, I'm so frustrated, guys. I can't believe I just needed to. I need to let it go. Like, or maybe I need to sail away to an exotic destination, like this Pikachu. All right, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with that, but I'm gonna call it for this episode, and I am going to immediately record another one. So you guys have to wait a few days, but I don't. I'm just gonna hop back on ladder. Well, I should. We have to take our licks. You gotta lower the yellow. 495. Yikes. Are we in line? No, we are still 50 ahead of season 1, and so we shouldn't be mad. We have a comfortable lead, so we shouldn't be mad. I must remind myself, don't be mad. Spider would not want you to be mad. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you on Thursday.